PMAC Movies back, baby, for a bi-weekly or so haul video. Every other week we do a haul, but actually this weekend you're going to get a special treat here on PMAC Movies because I have my haul from the last couple weeks and I'm getting a nicely sized Hamilton book order. Did I say Hamilton book? Hamilton book order today, which I will be making a video for, and most likely you being able to see that video tomorrow. If you enjoy PMAC Movies, take a look in the description section for ways that you can help out the channel. Nobody really does anymore, so it'd be appreciated. Just take the freebies. Just take the freebies and don't respect my time. Put your bitch in, PMAC. Make the video and shut your mouth, bitch. But anyway, the bitch has a Blu-ray stack, a few DVDs, and we will take a look at what old PMAC snagged up here over the past couple weeks. Let's take a look at the DVDs first. I got some Goodwill stuff. My Goodwill here has been, if they get like a set, they'll break it up into each piece, which has been okay for some, but like I said before, they got like the MacGyver Season 1, and each disc has like its own separate case, and they broke that up and made them $2 each, like seriously. What can you do? But let's take a look. So they broke up this, I'm pretty sure it was like a Thin Man box set. The good thing for me was I already had like a 4-pack with 4 Thin Man movies. I think that maybe there must be 6, because I think I got the whole set now. With what I got here showing you today. So this one must be the one that was before the other one. So it's The Thin Man Goes Home. It did not look like my box set had this one. So I'm assuming this is the 5th Thin Man movie. I really don't know a ton about these though. So that was $2. And then Song of Thin Man. And I was thinking this was the last one. But I really don't know. You guys can let me know if you know more about Thin Man. But I got 6 movies now. I got the 4-pack. And then these 2. They did have like 3 or 4 other ones. But like I said, those are part of the 4-pack that I already have. Some other stuff I got here in the last couple weeks. I got one of my favorites, Skeet Ulrich. I don't tend to get these Hallmark movies much, but The Magic of Ordinary Days. It looked like it was actually a pretty good one. And Skeet's in it. So I had to snag that shit up. Kerry Russell. Also in this, 98 minutes. From 2005. Nice little set there with a sturdy DVD case. Holy crap. Holy shnikes. The disc. See, the lighting matters, and the lighting, I didn't really see any issues with this at Goodwill, but it does have some, it's probably not too bad. It looks like it might have some, like, condensation in the disc, though, so hopefully this disc works. Ooh, that's not good. It actually looks like it might, almost looks like a bootleg, because instead of, like, the little numbers and stuff that are usually on there, it just says The Magic of Ordinary Days, which, from what I've seen, it does that on bootleg, so interesting. Not too worried about it. It was only $2. I did get this miniseries from executive producer Leonardo DiCaprio. He's the king of the world. Grant, the complete miniseries here on DVD. 256 minutes from 2020, put out by Lionsgate. You got old Abe Lincoln there. Little character. Who knows if these people even existed? How the heck do you know? It's just like a lot of people on TV now are just characters. Even these like famous people. You see this Johnny Depp and whatever that, like, yeah, they're in movies, but are they still in character when they're doing this trial stuff? Like, how do you know? They might still be acting. No, they wouldn't. People want to believe what's on the TV screen, but it's fake shit even if they tell you it's real. Like reality shows, like Survivor, that stuff isn't all like scripted to some degree. And then we got Charlton Heston in The Mountain Men for $2. I went ahead and snagged it up. You got to get some Charlton Heston. You got to. Charlton's the man. And this disc is mint. Beautiful. What's Charlton up to there? Yeah, you know what he's up to. You know why he went out in the mountains. Alright, anywho. We got a big stack of Blu-rays. Not really that big. I may be exaggerating, but we got a decent sized stack of Blu-rays. First, Deep Discount had a sale on Olive Films, and they've had these sales every year. They have them once or twice a year, I'm not sure. But the last few, the selection's been very, very select. Not many. And these, as a part of the sales, these buy one, get one sales. But this time they had like a vast amount of olives in it. So I did buy a bunch. The issue being, a lot have been on back order since early in the sale. So there are some that I ordered that have not shipped yet. Who knows if they will ever ship? They might. It's interesting that some of them were part of the sale when they were like right when the sale started. I believe they were already on back order. So it leads me to believe that I probably will get the rest of them. If I don't get the rest of them, I won't be super disappointed or anything like that. I'll just have to accept it. And, you know, offhand, I don't even remember which ones I didn't get. So I can't remember if it was like ones that I really want that. Or something like that. I know there's a couple in this stack that I did get that I was have been ones that I've wanted for a while. So I know there was like an Ethan Hawke one that was already on back order, I think, when the sale started, very, very early on. But let's take a look at what I did get. First, a couple movies that I've been after for a while because they're Stephen King movies. And I think maybe I passed on them in previous sales. I was like, they don't get good reviews, something like that. But a lot of these like 80s movies and stuff, or 80s, 90s stuff, horror stuff, they didn't necessarily get good reviews, but I'll tell you what, they're good, they're fun movies. And this movie here, Stephen King's Thinner, I actually did order this from Amazon during an Amazon buy two, get one. And it was right around the same price as I paid for it here, but I ended up sending it back because like I'm trying to think of I think it was all like beat up on the one side. Like maybe maybe just the artwork, but it was beat up pretty good. And these are pretty, pretty solid cases. So they shouldn't really be getting that way. You see that a lot with like Scream Shout Factory. Well, the artwork and stuff will get messed up over here, and it'll get creases and crunchies because they use like shitty, thin plastic cases. But Olive actually uses solid cases for their movies. And Deep Discount got this to me in mint condition. It is from 1996, 92 minutes. Like I said, it's one I've never seen. I don't know if this was maybe a TV movie. I'm not even sure. But I was glad to be able to get it. And these ended up being around $12 after tax, which was a good price for these. Then I got another Stephen King. Sometimes they come back here. They did actually turn this into a series where there was a few of them. I don't think the other ones are available on Blu-ray. I'm not even sure what, as far as DVD, I didn't really look into it. But this also stars Brooke Adams, who looks familiar. So she was in The Dead Zone, so I remember her from that. I think I've seen her in other things too, but, Christopher Walken's Dead Zone is what she was in. This is from 1991, 98 minutes. starring Tim Matheson. And glad to be able to get this one too. Like I said, when I was, early on, and when Deep Discount would have these, and there was just certain ones I wanted, I didn't really want these Stephen King movies. I was more into like looking up reviews back then and being like, oh, well, this got bad critical reviews, it's not good enough for me. But the more kind of I've watched movies over the years, like any types of movies, there's a lot of movies that get really crappy reviews that are really good, fun, entertaining movies and good movies. This is the reviewers, either, maybe the reviewers are paid to shit on the movies or told to shit on the movies, I don't know, or they just don't get the appeal of it. Like a Jim Carrey comedy like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective or something might get horrible, and I don't even know what kind of reviews it got, but it might get horrible reviews, but it's a friggin' hilarious movie. They're just not reviewing it based on the qualities or charm that the intended audience would see in it. So, you kind of got to be looking at it from the angle of, does the intended audience, would they appreciate this movie? But let's continue on. Speaking of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, let's just take a look at its Rotten Tomatoes score. Let's take a look. What do you think it is? You might beat me. So it's actually at 49%, which for that type of movie is really good. But a lot of people look at it and be like, oh, only 49%? This can't be a good movie. But actually for a comedy like that, that's a very good Rotten Tomatoes score. And again, if all the reviewers are going from the angle of somebody wants a silly, entertaining comedy, it should be like a 90%, because the movie's friggin' hilarious. Everybody knows that Ace Ventura, Pet Detective is hilarious. Speaking of hilarious, we have Norm Macdonald in Dirty Work, which I just watched. I think maybe it was last week, not this week, but maybe last week or something. I can't remember. But this is Norm Macdonald, Artie Lang, Chevy Chase, directed by Bob Saget, from 1998, 82 minutes. They definitely just couldn't make a movie like this anymore, as far as like the humor in it. It's a really, really funny one. I don't remember seeing Norm Macdonald doing better work than this. And I've seen, I used to watch Saturday Night Live, and he has like that certain type of humor. But the way they did this, I feel like there not that many movies were made like this. Like they could have made a lot of them. So I don't know. And I don't remember, like, Norm Macdonald, he wasn't like a big movie star or anything like that. But in this movie, it's just like it fits him perfectly. And I feel like maybe more good movies could have been made with him. But maybe there is a few more. I don't know that I've seen a ton of his or would really be drawn to a ton of his movies. Was there one where he was with, what's his face? Chappelle? Was it Norm Macdonald and Dave Chappelle? Were they in a movie? It kind of seems familiar. But anywho, we got Fox Mulder himself, David Duchovny, and Minnie Driver in Return to Me here on Blu-ray. I did not know anything about this movie, other than that I like me some David Duchovny. So I was intrigued by it, and then I looked into it. It actually got very good reviews, and it sounded like something that me and Charmy could watch together. A nice little romantic. Maybe we'll even watch it this weekend. Who knows? From 2000, 115 minutes. David Duchovny doesn't really have that many great movies, to be honest. He had X-Files. He was in Twin Peaks, but I mean, X-Files is definitely his standout thing. I don't know if I even really remember liking him that much in anything other than X-Files, but I would have to go through and kind of figure that out. But anyway, I got this one mostly because of Dennis Quaid, another one of my favorite actors. It's Undercover Blues here. Dennis Quaid, along with Kathleen Turner, Stanley Tucci, Larry Miller, Tom Arnold. Directed by Herbert Ross. It is from 1993, 90 minutes. Another movie I had never really heard of, never knew anything about, but it's got Dennis Quaid. I looked into it. It sounds like a fun one. Another movie for me and Charmy to enjoy together, so that'll be nice. The back of the case compares this to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so they're like both spies or something. So it sounds like a really interesting movie, and glad to see Dennis Quaid around his peak form there in the 90s. Now he just does dog movies. Actually, I really like that dog movie he was in. I didn't watch the second one yet, though, even though I've had it for a couple years. I really loved that first dog movie, and then I still haven't watched the second one. Really weird. But anyway, oh yeah. We got Sigourney Weaver, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Gene Hackman in Heartbreakers. I've never really found Sigourney Weaver to be very attractive, but Jennifer Love Hewitt, oh yeah. And then Gene Hackman's in this, but I was actually watching this movie last night, and I have to finish it. I was like an hour and 10 minutes into it, which is actually what I'm going to watch after this making this video. But so far, this is a pretty enjoyable, kind of light movie. Another one of the main actors in this is Jason Lee. But Gene Hackman's character, I didn't realize he was going to be such a... Like, he's constantly smoking and hacking up a lung, and he's really, like, old and dopey acting, which I don't know if it's all for show or what, if there's going to be some, like, twists and turns here. I guess I'm going to have to find out. But it's from 2001, 123 minutes, which is a pretty lengthy movie for this kind of romantic comedy kind of thing. But I'm enjoying it so far, so I will continue that after this. Oh yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Okay, and then we got, I feel like maybe I showed this, but I don't think so, from the Disney Movie Insiders, which you can get a lot of free movies on there. You got Disney codes, you redeem them, you get points, and then eventually you can get free movies. I got Mulan here on 4K. Did I need Mulan on 4K? Not really, but I have a lot of points, and if I can upgrade my Blu-rays to 4K for free, I'll go ahead and do it. And plus, sometimes you get a slipcover, not usually, but we got a slipcover with Mulan. And it's nice, too. It's a nice, Disney slipcovers are generally pretty nice, so of course you get a nice slipcover. I think the Mulan Blu-ray is actually... Mulan and Mulan 2 on the same disc. So I would suspect that the 4K upgrade could be decent for this, considering it gets its own 4K. I would have never paid more than... I mean, if this was marked down to $10, I would consider it, but I don't even know if I would have got it then. But to be able to get it for free, of course I will do that. Especially with a Slippy. I didn't know I was going to get the Slippy when I ordered it, but that's a pleasant surprise. And then lastly, I got a whole stack of goodies. We got me and Charmy, or Charmy probably likes the show more than me, actually. We both watched it. I really enjoy it, too. It's a nice, light thing to watch at night. Or even during the day. It's an entertaining show. It's actually better than I thought it would be. And it's Murk Mysteries here. I bought this on eBay, and I'll tell you about how it is. Most of these were still sealed. I think the 4-pack, so the first 4 seasons are in this box here. That was listed as sealed, but it's not sealed. And then I think only one of the seasons was not sealed. And you can see that it all has the slipcovers other than this one season 6, which I didn't really care about the slipcovers, quite honestly. But so if you buy these at like a regular store, they're very expensive. On eBay, you can get them cheaper. I'm not sure if what you're going to find on eBay is... Because I know that there's a ton of DVD sets on there, and almost all of those are bootlegs. I ordered one, and it was bootleg. So all those Murk Mysteries ones that seem pretty affordable, they're still like over $100, but they're bootleg. So I saw that somebody had the Blu-rays, and it looked like it was like an actual person. It wasn't like one of these bootleggers. So I placed a bid. It was like $85 plus $6 shipping. So I placed a bid. I figured I'd have to go up a little bit more. Nobody else bid on these. I got these for $85. It ended up being maybe $99 after tax, 98 or 99. And then the seller messaged me and said, "Oh, the season 1 through 4 pack is also not sealed," which in the description it must have said it was sealed. And I'm like, I don't care as long as it's in mint, good condition, mint or good condition. So he said he would take $10 off because of that. So I got these 10 sets for a little bit less than $90 after tax, which is a good deal for that, to be able to get these. I did actually buy Acorn for a month, which is $7, Acorn TV, so that we could watch these, because I have a few of them on DVD, but I was missing, I think, season 3, so I was like, oh, I'll just, get Acorn for a month and we can watch it through there. But when I did that, I saw the quality of the HD streams was so much better than the DVDs. It really made it a lot more enjoyable, because this is a nice looking show too, the costumes and everything and the environment. It's really looks nice, and I thought it was really like beneficial to be able to see it in HD. So I was hoping to be able to get the Blu-rays. I didn't expect to be able to fall into that deal. There was another thing that happened with Murk Mysteries when I originally wanted to get it. And there was an auction on some Blu-rays, and I didn't go up as high as I should, and I ended up losing. Then I realized all these DVDs on here are bootlegs. So that one Blu-ray auction, that was actually real Blu-rays. It was like Blu-rays mixed with DVDs from somebody's collection or whatever. So, and I hadn't even checked for Blu-rays on there for a good price in a while, and I checked, and I happened to come across this deal. So it was kind of strange how that stuff happens. But so it was really nice to be able to get this for a reasonable price, because if you go on like Amazon, stuff like that, they are not reasonable. I did look on eBay a little bit. It looks like you can get some of the seasons for cheaper, but again, you don't know if they're bootlegs or not, which these are not, and most of them are still sealed. So this was a nice deal. And if you like murder mystery type thing, detective shows, stuff like that, really good show, entertaining, has a little drama with the characters, has like forensic stuff. And it also weaves some like history stuff in it. You'll have characters like Houdini and Tesla and what's his face? That author, Lovecraft, or no, not Lovecraft. The sci-fi guy. I just can't think of his name at the moment. It's got all the kind of like characters from like the 1800s or whatever. It's kind of fun. It weaves that in there. And again, they were characters back then, and they're characters now. Who knows if they're even like real people? But it's like what you see on TV now. They turn things into characters. They turn everything into characters, and people think it's all real. But they give you a certain. It's like WWE. Stone Cold Steve Austin has a certain character. He portrays a certain image. The Rock has a certain image he portrays. Hulk Hogan. So then on the political stage or TV, you got a doctor on TV. They have a certain doctor with the first letter of his name being F. He has a certain character. They even made like a Disney documentary about him. Who knows if any of that's even real shit? It's just like people just believe stuff. Or politicians, you got the Trump, you got the Biden, you got all these different characters. They're just playing roles. It's actors playing roles is what it is. But people see it, they think it's real, they buy it, they eat it up, and a false image, an image that there's no way that you can prove is real on the TV, it goes in your... You're the one kind of making it real by believing in it. And other people believing in it. If you just ignored it, it would be out of your life. You wouldn't even, if people just ignored the stuff that they put out there, it couldn't take any power. Like it needs you to watch it and believe in it to get your energy and kind of continue going with it, continue taking your energy. Whereas if you didn't give it any of your focus, attention, energy, all this negative stuff, oh, there's war here. If nobody paid attention to it, they couldn't keep doing it. The reason it's done is because it taps your energy, taps your power. It gets you to believe, it gets your fear, your emotions. If you don't give it your emotions, it's gone. It's not there. It needs the people's focus on it to keep it going. Otherwise, it doesn't work. But I guess I could talk about that more in the future. What is this guy talking about? This was just a haul video. Now he's talking nonsense. I'm gonna go watch a movie and play a video game. Critical thinking, guys. You need to use critical thinking. You need to. You don't need any of these movies. I don't need any of these movies. You need critical thinking skills. That's not critical thinking. That's just paranoia. What he says makes no sense. Some of you might think it makes sense. But that is it. Let me know your thoughts on the haul or anything else here today that I talked about. We'll see you next time on PMAC Movies.